everyone, my name is Christine Philo, and Jamie asked me to make a short video about my experiences with the social emotional lessons so far in my classroom this year. And to start, in the spirit of full disclosure, I did help to review some of the lessons this summer, and so I had already seen them and given some feedback on how to make them more classroom friendly. And so I just feel like that's important to say right away. However, I did go into the lessons with an open mind, knowing that even though I provided feedback, maybe they weren't going to work or that maybe it would be a learning lesson for me of what I thought works in the classroom for SEL and what doesn't. So last week I did a lesson called apologizing, and I did the lesson in a circle because I am a restorative practices trainer, and I like to do all of our discussion activities in a circle to kind of reinforce those restorative practices philosophies in my classroom. And it went really awesome. In fact, I've done a few social emotional lessons already this year in a circle, and this one was probably my favorite. The thing that I loved about the apologizing lesson is that it was very simple and very impactful. Every kid can relate with needing to apologize or being in a position where somebody had to apologize to them. And so it was very easy for the kids to relate to. But what I really liked about the social emotional lesson, well, the two things that I really liked were, number one, the lessons can be done in circles and are very effectively done that way. And the second thing is that the activities at the end really require reflection, and the activity at the end of the apologizing lesson was especially awesome. And not only did the students reflect on apologizing and their experiences with having to ask forgiveness, they actually had to write a letter to someone apologizing for something that maybe they've been needing to apologize for and haven't. And as we talked about these letters, I told the kids, you don't have to give these letters to people if you don't feel like you're ready yet. But write it as a journal entry and kind of practice what you would or will say to this person when you do get the opportunity or feel like the opportunity is there to apologize. And the experience in the classroom was just really neat as the students started to write. And some kids, didn't want to, and they're like, I don't have to apologize to anyone. And, of course, there's always going to be the kids that are kind of like, not fully buying in. But the kids that did buy in really took the bait and ran with it. And I saw some really cool things. I saw a student write a letter to her mom about a conflict they've been having all year. And just, the student expressing to her mom how sorry she was for putting her through the things that she did. And it was really moving, and I could tell the student was definitely being impacted by the experience. And then I actually had a student apologize to another student in my classroom about a conflict that they had had actually that day. And so that was really awesome to see it just go into effect right away. And then I had other students that were just writing letters to friends or text messages or simulating text messages to people from years ago that they wronged and want to repair the harm with, and never really thought it was important. But after the SEL lesson, they kind of realized, hey, if this person chooses not to forgive me, that's on them. But apologizing is the right thing to do, and it has so many great emotional benefits for the person apologizing too. And so there was just so much that they learned, and it was really neat to see how they embraced it. And I really, truly believe that the simpler the lessons are, the more meaningful and useful they are in the classroom. And so that's my experience with SEL in the classroom. I hope that you all are having success with them. And if you're not, maybe you could provide some feedback on how those lessons could be improved, because we're, of course, as an education community, always trying to see how we can learn and grow. I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe.